Yeah! Hey friends, my name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me... Am I out of focus? I was sitting so far back I was out of focus. What's up? Teddy wouldn't listen. And, so I'm late. Where'd the fourth... I just cut off the, What's up, people? Welcome to Friday. Let's finish this 1.2-inch cinematic Tiny Whoop with Walksnail. It's Q&A live stream, and we're going to fly our daily 6 batteries. If you have not flown your 6 batteries yet today, get them charging, yo. We're doing it together. I was using this to cut carbon. I had to literally like run from the other room when I heard the song end. Greetings, cretins. In the chat, Gusto FPV was first, Tongue Out FPV was next, Troy Prelog, Curtis Hayes, Northern Tier, Hockey Rounds, Scott FPV, Flush FPV, Freelojo, Frank Nicholas, Brandon Woodford, Douglas Otwell, Matt Trombley, Skirty Curtis, Safe Zone FPV, CBFPV, Adam Weston, Gusto, Metal Dirtskin, and Jules FPV. What's up, friends? Thanks for coming. CiottiFPV.com to support me. This is my full-time gig. I rely on you beautiful people to keep this thing going so that all the reviews I do have no bias. Yeah, it's one of the reasons. Lots of other reasons, but yeah. Hey, how much do O3 air units cost with the camera? Isn't it $260? Is it not $260? Look at this. That says $230. Did they go down in price? Also, look at this. What the hell? 180? What? Oh. Oh. God damn it, I'm the worst. How? What? What? What is that? Look at that. Good Lord. Skirty Curtis says $229. Metadartston also says $229 is the normal price. Newbie Drone has a 10% off sale that does not exclude them. Adam Weston got his 03 for $220. What? Why? What? At what point did it become $220? It's been $260, hasn't it? 03 air unit. Has it not been $260? I swear. Why am I thinking $260? I know, like when you search DJI 03 on Amazon, right? Like there's this one at $230, but like, look, look, there's the $260. Was it like $260 at first, and then it went down to $230? Is that what's going on here? What's the deal? I think there's another listing for it somewhere in here. Yeah, see? Here's another listing at $260. Yeah, I mean, $260 is absurd. I've been saying $260 for months. I'm surprised nobody's corrected me. $260 is just insane. Like, $260 is the reason that I haven't really dove into the 03 air unit much. $230 is a lot more realistic. Fucking 180 is hot shit, yo. I'm an adult, so I don't do TikTok though. So if I have to order it through TikTok, I guess I just won't get it. But good Lord, man. I can't. No, this is not a world that exists. Do they have it? Is it on their website? DJI. No, it's $230 on their website. Yeah, I can't. I'm not. No, TikTok is awful. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody have TikTok that can order me an 03 air unit? I'm just not doing it. I like TikTok can just go all the way to hell. Adam Weston says have Celia order it. I literally am. I'm absolutely gonna do that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That is absolutely what I'm going to do. Hey, if you want to talk to me in the chat, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV. If you do that, it'll light up an orange like this, and I will read your message. Hockey Round says, number 6 packs a day. Freelojo dropping the Patreon link. Thank you, dude. CBFPV says, hey gang. Safe Zone says, what's da dill pickle dem dives though? That was the hotel that I stayed at when I did Monster Jam up in Tennessee, or was it North Carolina? I don't know. Was it Tennessee or North Carolina? Yeah. What a. It was shockingly difficult though. Like it looks big because it's a tiny whoop, but like when you're falling down through those globes, like whoo boy, that was tough. That was like difficult ass flying. Hold on. One of these little triangle things has disappeared, and it's not. I don't want like the dog to eat it or it to get lost forever. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. It's probably just right over here. Hold on. Hold on, please. There it is. I got it. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Oh my God! So last night I went to the little RC drift car Bing Bong as I do on Thursday nights, and finally, I was able to get a feed onto the. They have 3 banks of 4 giant TVs on the wall. You know how like sports bars do. And I was finally able to get a goggle feed up onto there. This is something that Pyrodrone sells. It's fairly new. It is a analog receiver that has HDMI out. I don't understand why this is like the first one I've found that does that, but yeah. So that was cool. I had to get I've had this for a couple of weeks, but it's got small USB. Their cable has big USB, so I had to get an adapter here, which I now have. And then yeah, I'm powering it off of a little 3-cell. It wants 12 volts in, so 3 cells perfect for that. You guys watched me make the little cable. This originally came with a JST connector on it, which was kind of funny. So yeah, this thing worked okay. I don't think it's got the best receiver built into it. This is also not a great antenna. Of course, it's RPSMA. So I need to get a... I have one adapter, but it's up there on the VTX that feeds to OBS. So yeah, I need to get another RPSMA to SMA adapter. And then... no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have the antenna from this thing, which I think... Yeah! So this is the this is my analog little monitor glip glop. For some strange reason, I have an old school forget what this antenna is called. Unify, maybe? It's an old TBS antenna. For some reason, I have an RPSMA antenna right here. All is right with the world. Oh my God, this is gonna be so much better. The reception was pretty shitty on this antenna. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the receiver in here is not great. Probably isn't. Or if this antenna is just particularly shitty. But now we're good to go. I've got a better antenna on it. We'll see how it is. They're not doing Thursday next week. They're doing Tuesday next week. So I'm gonna see if I can make it there for that. They also hang out on Sundays. I might see if I can make it up there Sunday. Because the other thing that I got is another one of these USB-C to HDMI cables. Unfortunately, though, this is a male end, and then the cable that they've got going to those monitors is male as well. So I have from Amazon another set of little adapters. The adapters are just a set of 2, female to female. So whenever that gets here, then I should also be able to put Walksnail on the monitor, which will be super cool. So yeah, I want to get this build knocked out tonight, hopefully, so that I can do that. This battery ran this little receiver for like the better part of an hour. Let's see what the voltage is. It is at 11.7. What's 11.7 divided by 3? 11.7 is almost 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Cool. So just under 4 volts. This is still fully charged. I mean, not really, but yeah, I could probably get 2 nights out of this battery. That's pretty cool. So yeah, RCHD, it says on it. Outputs to HDMI. It works. I'm not going to say that it works well, but it does work. Maybe with a proper antenna on it, it'll be a lot better. I hope. I really do hope. It also made me realize which tiny whoops. So I flew all of them last night. Which tiny whoops have good antennas and or good VTXs on board. I think that the little analog cinematic fractal build, I believe that the antenna is broken on it. It's got one that small antenna, which I've always been kind of suspect about. So yeah, I need to order up another singularity antenna for that, and that's really it. For the interim, I'll just use one of these little tiny whip antennas. I have a feeling this is going to work better than the antenna that's on it, but we'll see. So yeah, that was super fun last night to be able to actually get my goggle feed up onto the TVs. It was funny. Like, it would be previous to last night. There would be like really cool moments where I would like rotate around somebody and like track backwards with them with their little RC headlights like blaring into the camera, and I'd be in the goggles like, "Ooh, that's super cool." But I was the only one that could see that, right? So it was like just me. Last night, every once in a while, when something like that would happen, I would go, "Ooh," and somebody else would be like, "Oh." I would like hear somebody else that's watching. It was really cool. I got a kick out of that. So yeah, my nose is just revolting and trying to kill me. Hold on. Hold on, please. All right. So the main thing, I mean, this build should be fairly easy because the electronics are good to go. Because they were in another build, and I'm not like pulling this apart or anything. The hard part of this build tonight is going to be getting everything mounted into the fractal frame. We're going to need to drill out the fractal frame so that I can use M2 hardware, so that I can use long enough hardware to go through the Walksnail board, through whatever rubber grommet setup that I have to do to have enough height for this, and then down into the carbon fiber. I did that on the analog fractal build, and it's been fine. Just drilled out the carbon. It's the holes in the carbon from fractal are set up for M1.7 screws. But I've been having a really tough time finding screws that are long enough and that have big enough heads on them that the Walksnail VTX will sit properly on there. I did manage to snag some M1.2 by 12 screws, but these are actually not big enough, I don't think. The screws that Fractal gives you, I'm pretty sure are M1.7. So yeah, of course these M1.2s are not going to be quite long enough, but I haven't technically tried it. I just kind of made the assumption, and yep, nope, it just goes right through there. So M1.2 will not work. M1.2 though is the right size for the plastic frames. So these M1.2 by 12s will get used when I build the freestyle Walksnail rig back. You know, that's kind of what I had before that I tore apart to do this build. So yeah, that will be back. I just need to get another Walksnail light, which I think I'm going to get from Newbie Drone, since they've got that 10% off sale. Hopefully the 10% off sale will apply to the Walksnail light kit. Newbie Drone is one of the only places that has the Walksnail light kit in stock. So I'm kind of stuck ordering from them, which is totally fine because they're one of my favorite shops. Rotor Riot actually also has it in stock, but I don't know of... Well, they do have some stale stuff. I don't know. There's probably something else from Newbie Drone that I need. I wonder if they have the ultra short Singularity UFLs. The ultra short. Does not look like it. And I think I checked WeBleed, and I don't think that they have the Walksnail. Ooh, little redesign, not a redesign, but just a cool new banner. I don't think that they have... Basically, I don't think that they have an account set up with Walksnail yet. I think that's essentially what's going on. If I come here to cameras, there are no Walksnail cameras. All right, yeah. So, well, in fairness, not fairness, in the interest of trying to do one big order, let's see if, from one spot, let's see if Rotor Riot has... Nope, they do not. All right. So I'll look a little bit harder on 72mm regular on Newbie Drone's page. 72mm regular. Damn, you would think that they would have the ultra short because they do a bunch of whoop things. Oh man. Okay. Scrady Curtis says, "How come no RDQ affiliate link? Getfpv kind of sucks." I disagree. I think that Getfpv is the best of the US resellers. RDQ does not allow anybody to have an affiliate link that has less than 10,000 subscribers, which I don't know. I've never really liked RDQ to begin with. Their customer service makes you jump through way more hoops than others, than other companies. I get it. You know, the person that runs RDQ is all about business. And yeah, having a customer service policy that tries to get you to just give up and not return your stuff because they're asking you to troubleshoot it, you know, through 3 different email exchanges and take pictures and all this shit. Yeah, that's good for business. But you know, I prefer shops that are looking out for people rather than just trying to make as much money as possible. And so, yeah, Getfpv is, in my opinion, the best. Newbie Drone and Pyro Drone are kind of like a close second. I love Newbie Drone because they give me an affiliate link. Pyro Drone does not even have an affiliate program at all. They don't believe in it. But in fairness, you know, Pyro Drone is a great shop to order from. Their customer service is also fantastic, as is Newbie Drones. And then, yeah, Race Day Quads is definitely the worst in my opinion. They have a great selection, but yeah, they're just not a company that matches my personal sort of values. But hey, everybody's different. You order wherever you want. It's also pretty obnoxious to have like a subscriber limit for entering into your affiliate program. Like that's just fucking weird, man. Like that's just a weird thing to do. So that's always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like at some point here, I'll get above 10,000, and I guess I'll ask him again, but like I kind of don't want to. Like I would just rather people not order from them. But hey. Adam CiottiFPV says, got your package, bro. Thank you so much for the motors and the props and stuff. Definitely got a build for them. Love the WeBleed Band-Aid. You're certainly welcome, Adam C. Adam won this month's Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier giveaway. And yeah, love when you guys get your stuff and start enjoying it. Dude, how does Newbie Drone not... Oh, man. Hold on, let's do this. U.FL. Let's see what that comes up with. Maybe somehow it's not under the name Singularity. No, they just don't have any of the ultra shorts. I usually get the ultra shorts from Getfpv and or Pyrodrone, but I don't think either one of those have the Walksnail Light in stock, but let's double check. Out of stock. And I know I checked Getfpv last night, maybe by some miracle. It just came in stock today. Can't possibly imagine that. Nope. Back ordered. Okay, so yeah. Well, there's that. Come on, fucking pop-ups, man. What do you got, Rotor Riot? I know I already looked on here, but I find that searching for U.FL is your best bet in case something's got a weird name on it. God damn it. Nope. So, yeah, okay. Well, there's that. Walksnail Light. AliExpress, Rotor Riot, Getfpv. And I need the one without the heat sink. Well, you know, I guess I could just get the camera, because as long as I can figure out how to remove, I think that I can remove that heat shield from the other VTXs. Let's see it for a second here. Hold on. Walksnail Light camera. Well, I mean, there's really only two sites that have the TrueRC Singularity shorts. So Walksnail camera. Let's just search for that. And come on with the pop-ups. What year is this? All right, let's try that. If it's not on the first page, I don't really think it's gonna find it. Man, this is brutal. By the way, I had that Caddx Ant light on the little analog cinematic rig last night. It was awful. I am blown away by how bad the Caddx Ant camera is. Why do so many people rant and rave about how it's so good? Every single time I've run it, it's been awful. And I've run it on the I've run it on the newbie drone AIOs, and I've run it on the Walksnail AIOs, and it's just as awful on both. Walksnail light camera. Oh man, come on. Search for the thing that I'm fucking typing in. Okay. Nope. Damn, dude. The Rotorite has it, which is kind of cool. Who does anybody else have it? Are they the only ones that have it? No, surely not. Surely not. Looks like you can get it directly from Cadix, but who the hell wants to do that? This mouse is fucking up again too. The scroll wheel is really shit in the bed. Well, looks like Progressive RC has it. Let's take a look at Progressive real quick. Maybe they've got. I know that they won't, but I guess there's a chance that they've got the antenna that I need. The antenna that I need. Walksnail Terminator, Rotorama, Rotorized Store. Why doesn't everybody have all the Walksnail stuff? What's is it just me or? Oh no, that's just the regular nano. That's not the light. Well, balls. See it scrolling up and down and up and down and up and down. That's the scroll wheel on this Razer mouse going to shit. Come on, man, stop. Phaser FPV maybe? Nah. Let's check out Progressive. So they've got it. Let's see what they got in the way of antennas. Not a whole hell of a lot. Okay. Search for Singularity real quick, but yeah, it's not looking great. Okay, yeah, nope. No joy. Not gonna get it all at the same place. I might actually buy it from Rotor Riot because I have the Quad Crew thing that I won at Rampage. So yeah. As much as I would like to be lazy and just get the full Megilla kit. Where the hell even is it now? Yeah, as much as I'd like to be lazy and just get this, I have a VTX, a perfectly good VTX with the heat shield on. I think if I take my heat gun, I can get the heat shield heat sink thing hot enough to pry it off. And then, yeah, just plug in a new camera and away we go. That'll save me a bunch. $40 versus $90. Save me $50. So, yeah. What's annoying, though, is that I'll have one of these extra heavier cameras that'll sit around until someday I buy just a VTX from somewhere. Like an idiot. Maybe not. Maybe that can be a spare camera. Nick Burns just railing around. So yeah, there's that. I actually need a couple of these. I need a couple of these light cameras because I need one for the 75mm build as well. But cross that bridge when I get to it. All right, yo. Where are we at in chat here? Scott FPV says there's in stock on Cadix website. Denzel the Terrible says good evening. Adam C says 11% off Walksnail stuff on Cadix right now. Let's see what the Quad Crew exclusive 15% store wide. Okay, cool. I maybe should not have clicked that. I'm not logged in though, so anybody can click that. Anybody can see what the discounts are. The discount code is right here. I guess they have something built in to make sure that, I don't know, try it. Even if you don't have Quad Crew. Oh, well, here. Yeah. I mean, you can just, like I said, I'm not logged in. Yeah, see, I'm not logged in. So anybody can see this code. I guess there's something that I don't know. This is kind of cool. Right here, $100 off. On the this is the Walksnail. This is the Fat Shark Walksnail headset. Uh, unless they're selling it for $100 more than what Walksnail sells it for. I wonder. Dominator. 380. Wow. 380 and then you get 100 back? $280? Sounds like a pretty damn good deal. Right? You pay $380 up front and then you get a $100 coupon back. I assume that the coupon is a store credit, but I mean they have good stuff and they have stuff at normal prices. So I think after the coupon these will be $280. What are the regular Walksnail goggles sell for? Certainly not $280, right? It's gonna come up with the new ones. Everything is gonna come up with the new ones. Here they are for what? 6? That's what the antennas. Yeah, I don't know. $280 sounds like a really good deal though for Walksnail goggles. I mean, they're white, which is kind of silly, but who cares? Get over it for $280. Damn. Damn, dude. $280 for Walksnail goggles? What? How? I'm gonna message Patrick. All right, cool. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's build a Walksnail cinematic 1.2-inch tiny whoop. What do you say? Moving chat over here, and away we go. Walksnail Googles. Okay, here we go. Here we go, MFers. All right. So I have to figure out the spacing. Well, all right. First things first. Let's get the frame drilled out. Let's create some carbon fiber dust that can get into our lungs and stay there forever. What do you say? That's the first thing that we should definitely do. I'm going to get out a set of M2 by 14 screws because I believe that's the length that I'm going to need here. I'm going to get the... So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... Okay, so that should be these short ones. And I want to see if I've got button heads to keep the weight as low as possible. So here's one. Looks like I just have that one. Fart. Wait, no, here's 2. Yep, there's 2. Come on, baby. Where are the 3rd and 4th ones? Yo, I gotta use these fucking nerd goggles for everything now. I can't see shit. I think I just have those 2. Alright, so we're gonna use socket-headed stuff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, cool. these two button heads will go back in here, and I'll use those down the road as replacements somewhere. Or, God forbid, I have something that just needs 2 screws. But what on earth would only need 2 M2x14 screws? Sorry, I'm a little snortily. I've got the worst allergies in the world. So I'm going to drill this out very gently and very slowly, just to make sure that I don't crack the carbon. And I might also, I guess I could tap it. I guess I could use taps to thread it. Usually I just plow the screw home and the screw basically taps it. But hey, why don't we do things right for a change? So I've got this awesome little drill bit set with all different sizes from 1.05 up to 2 millimeters. So let's start at 1.3 and we'll take a look. All right, that goes right in there. So let's bump up to 1.4. And I just want to like slowly drill this out. Because what happened last time, nope, M1.4 goes right through. What happened last time is that I think I rushed it, and it cracked the carbon a little bit, which, I mean, it is not the end of the world. Like, it's a tiny whoop. It's not putting up with a lot of abuse or anything like that. But, you know, if I can not crack the carbon, I'm going to not crack the carbon. So, yeah. All right. 1.45. How do you fit? Oh, okay. Now we're talking. So now we're starting to get... All right. So I'm going to actually put this in the drill, and I'm just going to run this through. I think this is basically the size that it's at the moment, but what the hell. It feels like it's binding up a little bit, which is what I want. That means it'll take off just the tiniest little bit of material, which is kind of perfect. I don't know what... Jesus. You should really do this like under the sink, but we are removing such an infinitesimally small amount of carbon fiber that I don't really think it's going to create a lot of dust. I'm not going to be like breathing it in or anything, but on purpose. But yeah. So that's reversed. When you're doing this, just try to put as little pressure on it as possible, and of course keep it as straight as you possibly can as well. It's not rocket science, though. You're just removing a little bit of material at a time. So that's the 1.45, and I'm going to wipe the drill bit with the... this is a microfiber cloth, which really does an amazing job at holding on to things and not letting them go. The little tiny microfibers, that's just what they do. This is a 1.5. Let's throw this in here. And yeah, we're just going to step it up super slow. You could probably do that. I mean, you could probably skip a couple of these sizes, but yeah, I'm not going to. And I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on the thickness of the drill bit versus the screw. It looks like we might already be there. Hold on. What is the thickness of M2 screws? Yeah, it's not... I mean, I thought so, but if I grab the 2 millimeter, if I grab the 2 millimeter drill bit here, it's going to be way bigger than the M2 hardware. Wow, maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay. Let me get a closer look here. Let me get a closer look here. Yarr. Ah, okay, I see. So, M2 is the outs of... I mean, this is pretty obvious, but that is the outside of the threads. That's the diameter of the outside of the threads. I want to drill this out to the thickness of the inside of the threads so that I can then thread it. So I think, so this is the 1.6 millimeter drill bit here, and I think this is about where we want to be. Yeah. So I'm going to stop at the one that's on the drill right now, actually, which is 1.5, because I'm assuming that when I go to tap this, it's going to remove a little bit more material. So let's just drill it with this one here, and then we'll run the tap through and we'll see what's what. I got to be honest, I don't know if running the tap through carbon fiber is a great idea. That might be stupid, but I do have an extra one of these carbon fiber base plates. So God forbid I ruin it. I can try again. All right. Okay, so we removed some material. Let's see what happens with the taps. Right, 9. Yeah, I just said that a minute ago. Gert Jan says, where do you get these screw kits? Amazon? No, man. That is me just saving every single screw from every single FPV thing that I've ever bought. But there are a couple of M2 screw kits out there. They're gonna look nothing like what I've got here. All right, so metric tap set. So the 2.0, the top is 35302520. So it's 4 from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 down from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's this guy here is perfect M2 size. So let me compare this to, wow, the drill bit. Okay. That is, I think that's huge in comparison. Let me get a little closer look here. Yeah, that's a little big. I wonder if the pitch of the threading changes between the sizes here. I would assume that it does, but maybe not. There's a way to check. If you put them threads against threads and you look real close, if they're the same pitch, the threads will engage. And these are not the same pitch. So yeah, I can't do that. I can't get all clever and thread it with a smaller tap. Fuck it. Let's just try it. Let's just send this through and see what happens. Like I said, if it ruins it, I have another base plate. If it doesn't, then happy days, yo. I don't usually run these taps in the drill. I usually do them by hand, but I doubt that with how tight these holes are, I'll be able to pull that off. All right, so make sure it's going the right direction. I'm really tempted to drill this one size bigger. I'm really tempted to drill this up to 1.6 because I'm afraid that this tap is gonna delaminate the carbon. Let's just go real slow. Okay. Yeah, that's not going in. That's just taking carbon away, and that's not what you want to do with a tap. So I'm going to pull this tap, and I'm going to run the 1.6 drill bit through. and we'll see what's what. Like I said, I don't really think that running a tap through carbon fiber makes any sense. Oh, nice. Troy Prelog says Google says 1.6 for pilot bit. Sweet. That's what we're about to do. All right, so maybe this will be the little bit extra that it needs. Wow, yeah. That's quite a difference between 1.5 and 1.6. Good lord. Like, I can feel it really chunking some material out of there. All right. All right. Last one. Let's see if we are now good to go. Let's take a look here. Wipe these drill bits off. And, all right, cool. So, let's see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic. Zach says, definitely want to start a tap by hand. Ideally, you have a little T-handle. Yeah, I don't have a T-handle or anything. But here's what I'll do. I'll push down good and hard on this microfiber just for like a split second. And this drill does go pretty slow. Yeah, it's getting in there. Oh, shit. There we go. Well, it's through. It punched through. Did I just drill a hole in the mat? Now we're good. It punched through. Let me back it out. Nope, that's not backing it out. That's backing it out. Oh, that's not good. It didn't thread it. It just took a whole bunch of material. I think I ruined it. Oh, no. What? Oh, my God. It did thread it. It totally threaded it. Oh, it is a shitty fit, though. Ah! Yeah, see, it took too much material. Oh, I ruined it. Damn it. We got to start all over. See how it's wobbling all around in there? You can't have that. Like, that's not gonna hold. I mean, technically what I could do is put a nut on the other side. But I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I don't think the taps are the way to go. What I'm trying to do is just punch these into the well, here, I'll show you. What I'm trying to do is just run these screws into the carbon and just let them bite into the carbon, and that's just it. The screw runs down from the top, it bites into the carbon, and that just holds it. That's just the way that it is. And previously, the way that I've done that is exactly what I'm doing right now. Just take an M2 screw and just push down really hard and just drive it on in there. And the problem is it kind of delaminates the carbon. Like, it really gets tight here, and then what it'll do is it'll split the carbon apart, although it's fine this time. Shit, I should have just done this. Yeah, there it goes. And it did not delaminate the carbon this time. So I'll betcha last time I only drilled it to 1.5 and then I put these screws in. This time I drilled it out to 1.6, and that seems to potentially be the magic number. You can kind of see it's delaminating a little bit, but it is not that bad. And man, can you ever see the threads in there? Jesus. So that's the one that I just did with the screw. Where's the one that I did with the tap? Wow, the one that I did with the tap it like the difference is outrageous. Doing it with the screw is way better. All right, so the tap is absolutely not the way to go. There's a lesson learned. Don't tap carbon fiber. Only tap metal, plastic, whatever. Carbon fiber is not a material that seems to react well to proper taps. In this case, at least. I don't know. I could have done something completely wrong. But, yeah, lesson learned. All right, so let me grab that other... Well, it's only one screw hole that's kind of opened up. Like, it is threaded. It is a little bit threaded. And, like, I guess if one screw is not... The problem's going to be it's going to try to pull that screw out, I think. Let's try it, though. I feel bad just throwing this away. Let me... well, while we're screwing around, let me drill 1.7. Let me drill the next hole 1.7, because I might need to replace this anyway. And we'll see how that is. We'll see how 1.7 is on this. So I did these two holes so far. Now let's do this front hole here. Drill it 1.7 and see what's what. Oops, nope. It's the wrong way. Okay. So now put this down in the same way, and you just want to try to hold the screw as vertical as possible so the threads aren't all fakakta. And you just need to get it started down like that, and then you can kind of do it sideways like this. And there's a point where like it really drags, and it really, really, really does put some pressure. Wow, it's getting hot too. Jesus. But then you'll feel it like loosen up, and previously that part where it was really draggy, that was where it delaminated the carbon. And so this time, just removing a little bit more material seems to be the way to go. I think 1.7 might be the way to go, because it's still like really threaded. Like you can really feel the threads that are being like kind of carved in there. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, those threads look nice. No delamination. It just slightly lifts the top layer. Okay, cool. This works. All right, and then the last one is over here. It's cool. You can literally look at these holes and see, other than the one that I did with the tap, you can see the threads in there. It's like very obvious. I'll be damned. The one that I did with the tap looks terrible. It's just wallowed the fuck out. All right, this is the last one here. I'm going to try it. Christopher Besson says, what VTX for computer/stream? Peace and love from Rhode Island. What do you mean, Christopher? Thank you for the super chat very, very much. What VTX for computer/stream? Do you mean like what one do I use? It's called the eSheen ROTG. If you go on Amazon and you type in like USB VTX, you'll find it. We can do it in a second, but you'll find it. All right, last one here. The trick using the screws is to just try to keep it nice and vertical, and not let it get all sideways and shit. So yeah, it looks like 1.7 is a good number to drill carbon out, to then put M2 screws into it and have them be like nice and snug. They're not going to want to back out. You could probably drill it 1.8 and it wouldn't be quite as hard on the top and bottom layers of the carbon, but I don't care what it looks like. I would rather it be a little bit tighter. And what my philosophy is, like, if the hole is nice and tight, you're leaving as much carbon as possible. So I think that it will withstand more screw and unscrew cycles by having it be that way. I could be wrong, but I think that's kind of the deal there. Yeah, shit. This one that I use the tap on, like, I can hand insert the screw. It does still, like, it is technically still holding the screw. Like, I'm pulling on this, and the screw is not coming out. So I'm going to try this. I got 3 good holes. You know, that's more than most. Got a little bit of carbon on here. Let's just wipe it up with the microfiber. And cool. Do not fuck around with carbon like that just on your regular bench like this. Make sure that you've got a, and if possible, do it under running water. But these microfibers are really, really nice. They will really hold on to tiny little particles, which is what you kind of want there. All right, so 1.7, life lesson learned. 1.7 seems to be the number. All right, put these drill bits back where they belong. And now we can move forward with trying to get this thing mounted up in here. It is a VRX. It is a VRX. Christopher, did you find it? You might also be able to search ROTG. VTX ROTG. Put USB in there too. It's actually a VRX, but if you type USB VTX, no, that's not finding it. But here it is. There's the single antenna version of it, FPV receiver. So let's do that. Let's type USB FPV receiver. There we go. All right, yeah. So USB FPV receiver is the search that you want to do. And here's the single antenna version, which does work fine. Currently, I'm using the double antenna diversity version, and that looks fine too. And yeah, these are just like white labeled. These aren't the real brands. So these are all probably made in the same place. Ooh, a white one. Yeah, away you go. What is this? Solo Good? Tell me this has a effing USB out. HDMI out, I meant to say. I think it does. I think that's HDMI right there. Although I might have seen this and I decided that $61 was a bit much. It's got DVR built in. That's pretty cool. It doesn't specifically call out the HDMI. So I'm just going to say that it doesn't have, well, here, HDMI. Let's do a quick find. No, it doesn't have HDMI listed out anywhere. So I guess it doesn't actually have it. Good. That makes me feel better. Okay. Back to the bench. So, frames prepped. Sorta ruined, sorta prepped. I've got the hardware. I need to get the rest of these little rubber grommets in here, but I know I checked this last time. I'm just gonna recheck it real quick to make sure that these rubber grommets are in fact gonna be tall enough. Well, I guess I kind of have to put the rear one on. I feel like, why do I feel like I've already done this? Did I do this and I decided that these aren't tall enough? I don't know. Hopefully this won't be impossible to do, so we can just check it real quick here. Come on, get in there. This is the Beta FPV 1S Cross AIO. This may very well be the only AIO that kind of checks all the boxes for me. I think the Neutron AIO will work. I'm just waiting to get it back from Newbie Drone. It shit the bed as soon as I powered it up. Well, as soon as I spun the props up, I should say. All right, so just trying to get this grommet in here. Come on, man. Don't fight me. Oh, fuck. I probably just ripped this grommet. But let's just see here. What I'm looking for with this fractal frame is that I want to make sure that the USB port is not going to sit too low and hit the batteries. But the other problem that I'm running into is the battery leads. Like, Fractal kind of gave you no room for the battery leads. I don't really understand what the hell I'm supposed to do here. Like, I might have to remove these battery leads and try to flat solder them, but this board, it kind of doesn't have the room for you to flat solder the damn things. What I'm trying to do is put like a really sharp angle on these battery leads so that they will clear the carbon, but I'm having a bit of a struggle doing that. Let's try that. Okay. There's the rubber grommet. There's the other rubber grommet. Well, I mean, that is definitely what I'm going to have to do. Whether or not it's going to work is sort of remains to be seen. But that is definitely what I'm going to need to do. And so, oh yeah, no, these grommets are definitely not big enough. So what I'm looking at, here's what I'm looking for. I do not want this USB to stick down below the carbon because the battery slides right against where that is. And you see how that USB is still hanging down? That's absolutely awful. That cannot happen. And yeah, look, the battery leads, they're both black. See them coming out? There's the BT 2.0, and then trace the battery leads in. Look where the battery leads like come out of the board. See, they come out of the board there next to the USB, and then they go right into the carbon fiber. I think we're going to be fine, though, because I need to put significantly taller grommets in to keep that USB out of from smashing into the battery, right? Like, if we just ran it like this, we would basically have a hard-mounted AIO. Even worse so, though, every time the battery hit so the battery is the lowest point on the Fractal builds. Every time the battery hit the ground, it would put that force up into the AIO, which is awful. So yeah, we are going to take these. The other thing I could do is add like some kind of a little washer below this grommet, because I am going to have these M2x14 screws going down through the top. But that, yeah, I have grommets that are long enough, and that'll just make life way easier to not have like, because I think I'm going to have to do that on top. So I don't want a situation where I have like 3 different little washer O-ring things that have to be in the right spot, and they're trying to fall off the screw, and like, yeah, that's a nightmare. So let's get some thicker grommets here. All right. I was all excited to use these because they're red, but they're just not quite tall enough. Okay, here we go. Again, today, as every day, is a 6 battery day. So if you have not flown your 6 batteries yet today, get on it, yo. I'm gonna be your accountability pilot, so to speak. These are the grommets that come with the T-motor AIO, and they are a little bit taller. Just the tiniest little bit, though. I want a little bit of extra. The other builds uses these grommets on the T-motor AIO, and they work, but the USB port is like right there on the motor. So now these black ones here, these are very, very, very similar to the Happy Model tall grommets that you guys have probably seen before. But they're just not quite the same thing. They're like a smoother rubber. But the problem is, I might only have 2 of them. So I'm probably gonna just end up using the Happy Model ones, which are what I took out of here. Those are the ones that you have to use on. You flip them upside down. Actually, it worked brilliantly to space out the AIO from the VTX. But they're super tall, man. Let me start grabbing a bunch of them. I know that we're going to end up using them. And the other problem with these is that the top... so we're putting the thick part of these grommets downwards. And then we're putting the skinny part upwards. On these Happy Model tall grommets, the top part is really skinny. Although now that I look at these, the top part is really skinny too. So I don't think it really matters. But just for the sake of argument, I'm looking for the other 2 of these smooth rubber ones. I've probably done this before, and they probably don't exist. Because I do a pretty good job keeping this little stash extra organized. But let me just take another minute to kind of go through here and see what I can find. There's a chance that they were in here and then they fell out into the next little compartment here, which is why I'm taking the time to dig a little bit here, but I'm not finding anything, which is okay. That is absolutely what I expected. This is another one that's smooth rubber. When I say smooth rubber, basically what I mean is that there's not a huge mold release on it. The Happy Model tall grommets have like 2 massive seams on either side, where you can see that the it's where they released it from the it's where the mold came down and squished. Squish it and crush it. Okay. Yeah, no, those other 2 ones are smooth rubber ones are gone. That's fine. All right, put those back in there, and we're just gonna be using these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these red guys can go in here. Okay. And now I would love it if I could fit these guys into the VTX. And I've done that before, but the problem is they end up being way too tight on the M2 screws. Which is kind of annoying because when you just put an M2 screw in here, it like moves all around. So yeah, it's a little... I'm a little annoyed by that. I wonder if... Oh, see, now that's... I wonder if I can use one of these other grommets and then just... These guys are kind of thick. I wonder if some of these other grommets are a little bit thinner. The inner diameter and the thickness of the rubber is possibly a little bit thinner. that they will work without binding up. Let's try this little one. This little guy has a little bit of smooth rubber. Let's see what his deal is. You can kind of tell when you put them in there, like they'll either kind of drop in there and be happy, or they'll get all bound up. So that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out. These holes are just, they're like a little small, so like getting these guys in is really, really, really difficult. Because I think that these holes are like M2.5, which is just absolutely maddening. The fact that anybody is, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why they didn't just either make them M3, like these holes here, or make them M2. Making them M2.5 is about as dumb as it comes. That's just the stupidest thing you could possibly do. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get these in here to even try this. It's just, the hole is just too small. Are there any other of these that just look like they're really little? I mean, these little tiny symmetrical beta FPV ones do look like they're a little bit smaller. Let's see if I can maybe ram one of these home. I mean, the problem might literally be that I can't get them into the M2.5 holes. I would love to meet the person that decided to make these M2.5 holes and just smack them. Like, what world are you living in? Certainly not the world that we're living in. Oh boy, this is the kind of shit. This right here is the reason that I hate building right here. This is just awful. Well, I mean, these red ones do kind of look small, and like when they're in there, they do kind of like wobble around a little bit. So let me just try this real quick. Hold on. Let me try one of these red ones. I think they wobble around though because of the slot. It's a thicker slot in the rubber. Yeah, see, they just don't, like, these holes are just not fucking big enough. It just won't go in there. Go in there, dude. And I'll be goddamned if I'm going to try to open these holes up. I'm not ruining an $80 VTX trying to... because, yeah, there are components so close to these mounting holes that, like, if I tried to drill these out bigger, I may very well just knock those components off with the drill bit, with the head of the drill bit. I mean, I'm actually really worried just getting in here with these tweezers, trying to force these grommets in, that I'm going to knock one of these components off. That they really loaded up this board with components. It's really, it's incredible that they're able to do this at all. You can really, like, kind of tell how much work it took to get this to fit by looking at where they had to put. They just had to put little tiny components fucking everywhere. Yeah, this is a lost cause. This is just not going to happen, which is really a shame. Because, like, the VTX has the possibility of like vibrating on the screw and creating like gyro mayhem. Like, this is how I've put grommets in for many years, and I've never had trouble like that. I mean, when I have had trouble like this, and it's just been scenarios where it's an M2 hole. I'm trying to put an M2 to M3 grommet into an M2 hole. It's just not going to happen. I think this is an M2.5 hole, which is like a little bit better, but it's still, as you can see, pretty much impossible. I'm going to give this like 1 or 2 more moments, and then I'm just going to bail. I have this one farther in right now than I have. But like, this is the easiest of the holes to push these things through. With the least components around the hole. And it's just not happy. It's kind of in there. Kind of. Now's the point where I can usually pull it through. Like, there's a point where you can't really push it through anymore. You have to kind of pull it through with your fingernail. And it's just not happening. Like, it's just, the grommet is just too goddamn big. It can't fit its puffy ass through here. Ah. And if I do force it all the way through, it's probably going to be so smushed that a screw is not going to be able to go through. Come on, man. Or I'm just going to rip the grommet. That's the other thing that happens when you try to force these. Oh, I think I got it, actually. Yeah, I mean, I sort of have it, but it's just it won't go through because there's just no room. The hole's too small. Ah, it's a shame, man. Damn. I'm pulling on it pretty hard. I'm gonna rip this grommet soon. Oh shit! There it goes. Oh my god! And the oh yeah, no. See, so the screw goes through the top, but when it gets to the PDB, oh, actually, it's not that bad. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna put all 4 of these in. These red ones are the smallest, and so yeah, they might actually be fine. This would make assembly and disassembly so much easier. I have absolutely no idea where I got these guys from. No clue whatsoever. Tight like a tiger indeed, off axis. What's up, homie? All right. Well, now the real challenge begins of trying to get the other 3 of these in. This is going to be the entire rest of the live stream, but I don't know what else to do. Like, I have to do this. Like, I can't just start soldering shit up. This is what we're here for. So, yeah. All right, so if I do it from this side, man, the bind button is right next to this one. Shit. Advanced grommet sinking in process. Advanced grommeting. Make sure you don't use tweezers with sharp tips, because you will just cut right through the grommet and rip it and ruin it. Oh boy, this is gonna make me wanna pee my pants. Well, here we go. This is the one. It's gonna happen. I can feel it. Apparently there's a trick with like dental floss, but I don't know about that, man. Like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I think this is a I think this is a pretty manual process here. Oh yeah, Jackie, I still jerk off manually. Wow, this is a nightmare. I think I have to get it started with the tweezers because they sandwich it, they squeeze it enough where you can get it started. You have to get like a good chunk of it started. Ugh! And I don't think I can use these because they're going to be too big, maybe. Yeah, like you got to get a good chunk of it through there initially for it to kind of wedge itself in here. Otherwise, it just keeps trying to fall out. It's kind of the hardest part. It's just getting it sort of started. Once you have it kind of wedged in there at a 45-degree angle, then it won't try to pull itself out. And then you can just kind of like slowly work it through. Yeah, there's a component right here that is just in the worst possible spot. All right, so if I hold my thumb here, maybe this is the key. So if I hold my thumb here, I can pinch and mush with these tweezers. Pinch and mush. Don't think you want the tweezers to be sideways like this, but I'm just going to try it anyway. Pinch and mush. Operation pinch and mush. I just knocked one of the screws down. I'll probably need to go up to a longer screw because now I'm going to have some grommet up on top of the PDB. But I mean, that's totally fine. Whatever. If I can get this to work, and if I can get this thing... Fuck you, phone. Come on now. There's a little bit of red rubber on my tweezers. I can't reach over there and get it. I just can't. Like, this is... This is my life now. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking scream. This is the worst. Sometimes FPV is the worst, and this is it right here. But if I can get this, this is going to be much nicer than the alternative, which is going to be using like stupid little washers and little rubber donuts and shit like that. Well, I have enough of it through where I might be able to now, like, pull it. Nope, and it just pushed itself out. God damn you! And now it's all the way out. Fuck you. Shut up! Alright. And yeah, if one of these rips, I'm fucked. Because I only have 4 of them. So I have to be like ultra careful. These are the spring-loaded tweezers. Maybe these will be a little bit better. I'm really worried about these wires. I hate to be doing this with this thing all wired up like this. I feel like these wires are just gonna fucking rip off, and I'm shit. I actually like I need tweezers that are smaller, but then if they're smaller, they're going to be too sharp. Yeah, the spring-loadeds are not the answer. I do have these, but I'm afraid that these are going to puncture through the rubber. I'll give them a quick try, though. I'll be as gentle as I possibly can here. Oh, man. I think these maybe work a little bit better, but it's just super sketchy. Don't rip the rubber, please. Oh, these are working. Little by little. Little by little. You just stuff a little bit more each time. Go slow. Don't get carried away. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Yay! Woo! Boy, 2 down. 2 to go. This camera does not look nearly as much of a potato as it normally does. Way to go, Logitech. For real this time. Way to go. Whew, boy. This is nasty. This is a nasty thing to have to do. All right, here we go. So yeah, these needle nose pliers are not sharp enough to where like I can't do this. Like these tweezers, I would absolutely not do that. Like it would make me bleed. And these ones. So you would definitely not want to use them that are these sharp. Yeah, you really need something like this. I know I got that first one, but that first one had like nothing around it. So and so it was like the easiest one. I don't think I would have been able to get that second one without these specific pliers that I'm using right now. So if you're going to try this, I think you're going to need the right tools. I think you might be buying a set of smooth needle nose pliers with fine-ish tips on them. If you can even find a grommet that'll go into these M2.5 holes and still let an M2 screw go through. If you can somehow find these red grommets, they seem to work, but I've had these for a long time, and I think that these came with something. I think that these came with a flight controller or an AIO or something like that. I don't think you could just buy these. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Ooh, yeah, these are it. These are it for sure. These are the ones. I stole these from my dad. They're made by Lindstrom in Sweden. The number on them is 7890. Lindstrom 7890. Needle nose pliers. Thanks, Dad, for letting me steal your tools. He didn't let me. I just took some stuff at some point. I don't remember. I'm sure I didn't do it on purpose. I love when people say that. Like, how did you not do it on purpose? You did it. Like, you don't, like, accidentally do things. Unless, like, you're falling off a roof or something. And you, like, accidentally grab the gutters so that you don't die. And, like, maliciously steal them. I just, like, used them at some point, I'm sure. And then didn't put them back. And then put them into my tool case instead of his. Or maybe I asked. I don't know. But I probably didn't. I probably just used them a bunch of times, and then they came home with me at some point to Cherry Hill. Almost there. Wow. Yeah, these needle nose pliers are the only possible way to do this. This is going to be great, dude. Once these are in here, this solves like such a pain in the ass that I was really kind of dreading with this build setup in this frame. So yeah, this is, I am very happy with this. If I lose this rig somewhere, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Because I really don't know if there's another grommet that would do this. There probably is. But still. I've had these red grommets in that little toolbox forever, and I've tried to use them a bunch of times, and they've been like too short or too loose or too whatever. So I'm thrilled that it's looking like I'm going to be able to use the damn things. Yeah! All right, cool. So now we need to get these big black bastards in the into the actual AIO, which will be incredibly easy because it has proper M3 holes in it. So I'll be able to probably take these by hand and just mush them a little bit. And there it is. Almost. Yeah, this is where I'm going to use the regular blunt tipped tweezers because these really make sure that you don't ruin it. Rip it, tear it. And yeah, with these, you can just kind of like do the same thing, but oh God. Oh, it's so much easier. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me make sure all four of these are the same. One of these looks a little short. Why does that look a little short there? That's fine. I'm sure it's fine. The AIO can be a little bit difficult where the motor plugs are. So two of these are going to be a little bit challenging, but they're such a loose fit that it should be completely just a dawdle in comparison to what we're doing. Although that last one went pretty quick. But I was still like super worried about ripping those grommets with those sharp tipped pliers. What's up, CMYK? CMYK is working on some artwork for some new bubble mailers that Sticker Mule is doing a little special on. Excited about that. They're smaller. They're 5x7. So those of you that win the Tiny Whoop and Toothpick giveaways, or if you just order something, buy something small from the Etsy store, you'll get to check them out. We're doing two different variations of them this time because we fancy. And because they're really cheap. It's like $26 or something like that for 50 of them. I was like, yeah, boy. Sticker Mule always taking care of a poor broke live streamer. This last one is always difficult because it's right on top of the USB port. But like I said earlier, if you can just get it kind of started, it's going to be fine. And then you just sort of push on it to keep it in there and then use your fingernail on the top to kind of pull it the rest of the way through. I didn't get quite enough of it in there though. There we go. There it is. Hey! All right, this should be good. I think the board orientation was like that. Yeah, it must have been like that. So then this goes here, and then this is going to go up to the front. I don't know if that MIPI goes up or down, but it kind of doesn't matter. All right, cool. Let's see if these 14mm screws are going to be long enough. Absolutely not. No, actually they will be long enough because I'm gonna tighten them down really nice. So check this out. This is what I'm excited for. I can, outside of the frame, take these screws, thread them through, and it's going to hold these two boards together. And that is just fantastic. There we go. And it should just barely poke through the bottom, just a little bit, right? Yeah, I might actually need to go to a longer screw. Once this is compressed, it's going to go through like that. It's going to push on that. Let's try it with these 14s. Let's try it with these 14s. If it's squishing them together too much, I can swap them out. This is pretty much it, yo. Everything else is plug and play. Hopefully the BT 2.0 lead is long enough. There's a definite chance that it's not going to be. But cross your fingers for me. All right. 2 screws are in. I don't know why I'm not just putting M2x16s in, but I do the Happy model grommet on the bottom, the black grommet, it is a little bit too tall. So the plan was to crank these a little bit tighter, and in order to compress that bottom one a little bit. So that's fine. I could probably just push these through, but I'm being like extra careful. Alex says the round tip jewelry wire bending pliers work really good too, and they only cost about $1 at any fabric craft store. That's pretty cool. I like that. Ruby Tim says, by transitive properties, once a tool lives in your toolbox for a week, that tool legally becomes yours. Now that I'm living with children that sometimes steal my tools, though, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It changes everything. Oh, God. Is this the... What's this antenna doing? This is the ELRS wire antenna on this Beta FPV 2S board. Okay. I just want to make sure it's not like bridging any components or anything, any kind of bullshit like that. Matter of fact, I'm just going to let it hang ever so slightly out here. Okay. That should be fine. It didn't have a problem with it before. Look at that, yo. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Would you just look at it? Cool. Done. BT 2.0 lead and USB in the rear. Tons of space. Yeah, that USB is now sitting up a little bit too high, and we've got nothing but space for the battery leads now. They are going to be too short, though. I am 99% sure of that. But, fuck it. Let's, I can always push the battery extra far forward. I just want to get this thing, I just want to get, like, phase 1 of assembly figured out here. So, let's drive these screws in and see what happens when these grommets start to compress. Oh, that rear screw hole might really become a problem. That rear screw hole might, well, we're going to see. It might just strip right out. I'm going to be, I think it just did. Maybe not. No, it seems to be holding. Ooh, this might be totally fine. I think I got kind of lucky on this one. All right. Side ones. What's cool is you can put your finger below it and then you'll feel the screw peek through the carbon. Christopher R. Besson with a $4.20 weed number super chat. He says, impressive gangly man. Thank you, brother. All right. Let's just push this a little more into there. Make sure we got full engagement with the carbon and the head of the screw. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just trying to kind of preload this rubber a little bit on the bottom. It seems like the red The red rubber is softer than the Happy Model black rubber. So the top part is compressing more than the bottom, which I don't love. I would rather the bottom grommet compress more. So that's what I'm kind of trying to do. I'm just pulling down on the AIO to compress the black grommet a little bit here, because that's the one that I really want to bunch up. Okay, now we've got a little bit of the screw peeking through. I'm actually going to back this out just a little bit. All right, cool. And then this one over here is not through there quite enough. I'm going to give you a close-up in a second. Don't worry. I just want to get this cranked in here. Okay, check it out. So here's where we're at. Each one of these little screws is ever so slightly peeking through the carbon there, just to make sure that you've got full thread engagement. It's only like 1 millimeter thick carbon. So yeah, you got to make sure the screw gets all the way through. Otherwise, it's just going to strip it right out. So that's what I'm doing with my finger. I'm keeping my finger down here so I can feel the screw start to peek through the carbon. I'm going to give a quick look with the 5X loop, though, just to make absolutely sure that these are in there enough. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Perfect! They're all set. The USB has like a 0.5 millimeter of movement before of gap between it and the bottom of the base plate where the battery is going to be riding. So this is great. And now I'm just doing the same thing again. I'm just pulling down on the AIO to try to compress the black grommets as much as I can. That's going to give me the biggest air gap between the Walksnail board and the AIO. That's fine. I just realized, though, that I forgot to put the... you really got to put these loops in first. Fart. All right, hang on. Maybe I can do this after the fact. Ugh! This was a bonehead move. But it is kind of annoying to be working on it with these TPU things in here. So, hold on, let's see. This one should be fine. This one I should be totally okay with. Ah, shit, hold on. Yo, what's up, Fly High? How are you, brother? Flying high, it sounds like. All right, so there we got that through. And then this is where this might get a little hairy. But let's see. Let's see if I can peek it through. You don't happen to have Walksnail lights in stock, do you? All right, there we go. And let's grab a battery and see how it fits. That's the loosest setting. Oh man, it's 8:50 already. Shit, we gotta fly our batteries for the night. All right, so that's the loosest setting. That's too loose. Let's go up. Let's go in by 1. Okay, you always want to just like angle, like pull it at a 45-degree angle to get the one little notch through, and then you'll be good. I think that's it. I think the second one is the right amount. Yep, that's the right amount. Let's take a quick look and see how... Oh, wow, okay. Oh, boy. This BT 2.0 lead is way too short. Like way, way, way too short. Even if I push the battery all... Oh, fuck. Yeah, this build ain't getting done tonight. Fuck. Well, there it is. I mean, I can get the battery to plug in, but it's got to sit all the way far forward. Fuck it. It's fine. Just leave it. Let's go. Camera mounting piece, and then front battery schlip-schlop piece. The battery schlip-schlop piece just goes like that. And then you grab it here and pull it through. So that's good to go. Nice and simple. And then the camera piece, this is what's going to be interesting. I think you can flip the camera in the menu. I hope so. So I'm going to run the camera with the cable pointing upwards, so it's got as much room as possible. This is the one that I pulled off. This is probably not going to work. I'm going to use a fresh one. So this piece goes up. Easiest way to do this actually is to go down. So you feed it down and... Wait, no. You feed it... Wait. This part has... So it has to end up like that. So I need to feed it up. Okay, yeah. So you feed it up from the bottom like this. And then you pull it through, and then it goes up, over, and down. Yep. Down the back. Okay. So you just 45-degree angle, get one of the little nubs through, and then pull the other. One of the nubs, side nub through, side nub through, and then one more time, and then you pull the whole thing through like that, and now it's locked in on the base here. And now you thread your camera lens through the little G-string part here and pull it back on the camera as much as you can. And now we start to run into the conflict here, which is the MIPI cable. The MIPI cable and this mount are going to kind of fight each other. Let me try mounting the camera the other way. I think there might be just barely enough camera cable. So if I mount it this way and pull this thing all the way over, I think that will give the MIPI cable a little bit more space to basically get the hell out of the way. Ooh boy, fiddly builds are fiddly. Okay. Thank God I did this with this fresh camera mount. The one that I'd cut shorter, there's no way this would go through. Oh, there we go. Get in there. Get in there, you little fart bag. Please. Yes! Okay, hold on. Before I pull it through, though, let me just make sure that this is all happy. Looks like it is. I'm just going to pull one notch through. And... All right. Oh, yes! Okay. And it looks like it is somewhat cooperating with my want to have it low angle. Look at how low that camera angle is. That is exactly what I want. I want basically 0-degree camera angle. The thing that's going to get me is this cable being on this side is going to want to pull or push the camera so that it's not straight. And that is the thing that I like the least about these fractal frames, is that they just the camera is free to kind of do whatever the hell it wants, rather than staying straight. So yeah, in the past what I've done is get it as straight as I visually can and then put a couple of blobs of welder on the bottom here. That is absolutely what I'm going to have to do here as well. The other problem is that the camera gets off like this and then you're flying around with the horizon at like 15 degrees off, but you're centered. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing with that. I'm gonna have to just try to fandangle it. I'm going to change where this. They give you 4 slots. You use one of them for the battery holder, and then you use the other 3 for the camera mount. I chose the farthest 2 forward slots. I don't think that was the best idea, so I'm going to try to push this out of here and then move it to the rear slot. This is hard to do because you have to like compress it but get it through, and it's just brutal. Ooh, is that it? Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Go, 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 go. It's like trying to mash a soft wiener into a vacuum cleaner. It's not like that at all. Not that I would know. Come on, go through. Oh, it's through, it's through, it's through. So now I might be able to just pull on this, hopefully without yanking on the MIPI. Oh boy, this is brutal. There's just so many components everywhere, just dying to explode and break off and ruin my day. Come on, man, get in there. Go back. Go out. You gotta like, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So I can actually pull it. I want to pull it all the way out. There we go. All the way out. And then we're going to put it into the other hole. The reason I'm doing this is that the flat part of the camera body is kind of thick. And you want to like match up the thickness of the part of the camera where it meets the base plate as possible. So in theory, yeah, no, I was hoping that that would make it less wobbly like this, left to like rotationally, like what you get from the roll axis, but it's not. It's no better. It might actually be worse, because now it's not holding it as tight. Let me try to pull one more notch through here, but unfortunately, what that usually does is force a bunch of extra up tilt. Which I do not want. So that might not be the answer either. I have a feeling I'm going to go back to the way that it was, but let's at least give this a shot. And now you got to kind of fandangle with the strap itself and how it runs up over top of the camera. Okay. Nope, that is better. That is better. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So here's what I was talking about. I moved it. I was using the two furthest front notches, and now I pulled it out of that second notch back and I put it into the third notch. And what that does is it allows the flat, see how thick the PDB in the back and then the piece of plastic is? See how they're able to sit flat now on the carbon? When I was using both front slots, it wasn't able to do that. This is what I want. This is good. Shit yeah, yo! This is pretty much good to go. This is a rig that was flying. So it just needs the motors and the actually what it nope, there it is. Oh man, the USB port is up on the front. I hate that. That sucks. But that's okay. That just sucks because it's going to be ugly. I'm gonna prep this. I would rather the UFL for the antenna be in the rear so that I could just hang the antenna off the rear of the damn thing. I'm on the wrong camera. Veritas Weasel says, those are the loudest 3 farts I've ever heard on a YouTube broadcast. I'm proud of you. I didn't fart. Was there a fart? Check with the sticks in the house. Have you ever experienced UV glue? It's perfect for this. I do. Yeah, Bondic is great. I actually just ran out of Bondic. I gotta order some more. Yeah, this is just gonna hang out in the middle. I don't know. I think it's gonna be the highest point, which is what I don't like. I think I'm gonna have problems with this UFL trying to rip itself off. But I'll just welder it down as well, and everything will be weldered down, and it'll be fine. Searching for a little piece of shrimp wrap that I can use just on the UFL. No big deal. That piece is too big. That piece is too big. All right, I don't have any. Get it out of the kit here. And here we go. That should be perfect. Cut a little bit of it. All right. Put the other bit in the little tray there. All right. Ederson says, sorry, that was me. Dog is going absolutely bananas. All right, so put this here. And then we're just going to hit it with a little bit of heat. Where's the lighter at? There it is. Awesome. All right, a little bit more protection for that UFL. I am going to welder this antenna on from the jump, because if this antenna pops off on the gray carpet, there's a good chance it's gone forever. I'm tempted to also run a little shrink wrap on the top of this, but I don't think this thing's going to carry enough momentum to really hurt the antenna or anything like that. I can let this antenna rest against the VTX because the VTX really doesn't have a gyro on it. So yeah, this antenna can hang out just like this. That actually looks totally fine like that. I do not hate that at all. It's like a little wing, like a little round wing. That absolutely is going to need a global welder though. All right. Now I need the screws. Where the hell are so it comes with longer screws that you need for the to run up through the carbon and then up through the guard and then up through the motor. And those are in this bag here. What were the 3 farts, Veritas Weasel? I didn't fart. Fly High says, what 3.5-inch frame would you recommend for a basher building with 03? Think about Grinderino or Abso XL. Love to hear your thoughts. I'm pretty impressed by the Grinderino. The only thing I don't like about the Grinderino is the design of the top plate. The design of the top plate has a bunch of carbon on the inside of it. Here. This should be the other way. This carbon shows up in the FPV view pretty easily. This should have been done the other way. Instead of this angle being like this angle should have been like that, so that with the field of view of the camera, there was a better chance of this carbon fiber not showing up. So other than that, though, I love the frame. So yeah, I don't know anything about the Abso. There's also the why do you want to do 3.5-inch? 3.5-inch, 3-inch is really where it's at if you're looking for sub 250. Why are there not enough screws? What the hell? What? Why? Why? Why have they not given enough screws? Oh, I'm dumb. 3-volt motors. Of course, of course, of course. They actually give you 2 extra screws. That's awesome. Good on you for that, Fractal. Okay. And let's just get these in here. I am going to end up trying different prop guards on this, but at the moment, these are version 1 Crown prototypes that are like a really stiff, really strong plastic. If it doesn't crack, I think this will be really, really nice, because it'll keep the propellers from hitting the ducts at all, and it'll hopefully just bounce right off of the little RC drift cars. This is going to be a pretty specific rig. This is not going to be a Thrasher rig that gets crashed hard. So I think maybe, possibly, that these guards might be the jam for this. And you know, these guards, these are from the WeBleed Crown frame. The Crown frame was designed with it was a group with Eves from Fractal. So yeah, I assume that he put some thought into these ducts working on the Fractal frame. Man, I'm having a hard time though. Why won't these screws go through there? Certain that it's user error. Well, let's do this. Let's just start threading them, and they'll probably catch the threads in the guard and pull themselves in. Yep, sure enough. Okay. Yeah, these guards are just, the screw holes are just a little tight, which is actually kind of nice because that's going to hold the screws in. I don't hate it. All right, sweet. Well, let me do this. I'm not gonna put the motors on because it's 10 after 9 already, and I gotta get these 6 analog batteries in. But I'm gonna screw these ducts on so that we can see what this thing looks like. Although it's not gonna look much different. Ah, fuck it. I'll put the goddamn motors on. Veritas User says, I don't know. Those are pretty powerful farts. I'm surprised you didn't blow a hole through the wall. What? What are you talking about? I mean, I have farted on camera before. Abso XL is uniplate. Stay the fuck away from it. Unibody frames in 2023. Like, what the hell? Why? Yeah, there's absolutely no reason for anyone to be producing unibody frames anymore. That is just silly. Stay away, in my opinion. Oh, man. I'm going to have to take a duct off every time I want to get the footage off this. Oh, boy, is that going to get annoying. Oh, that sucks. A big bag of dicks. Well, I mean, I'll have the footage from the goggles, from the goggle DVR. Ooh, that stinks, though. I really like the fact that you can pull the footage straight off of the Walksnail Glip Glop. You know what I'm saying? Okay. A potential solution. No. Well, yeah, I guess. A potential. Nope, that doesn't work. I was going to say a solution to that would be to run the Walksnail board the other way, like basically upside down compared to where it is now. But then you're still not going to be able to get. No, it's just not going to happen. Oh boy, that sucks. That's going to get old fast. So I sent a message to Kelvin over at Newbie Drone today, and I said, yo, bro, why don't we figure out how to use the top and bottom AIO mounting on the new Cockroach 65 V3 frame to do a really lightweight 1.2 inch cinematic Walksnail build. And he seemed a little bit interested. So that's kind of our next step. I would really, especially with what I just saw with this, that would potentially be a hell of a winner. So we'll see what him and I can cook up. The problem is going to be battery mounting and camera mounting. I don't know how that's gonna happen, quite honestly. But maybe Kelvin will have a brilliant idea or two about that. He probably will. He's a smart cat. So yeah, okay, cool. So this guy is gonna go here. And this is almost done. This plastic is kind of an ugly color, if I'm honest, which at some point might be a part of the reason that I switch out to a different duct. But I want to try a couple different ducts to see if there's any real difference. And they are some. You know what I'll do? I'll tell you exactly what I'm gonna do. Every single time that I get done flying this, and I have to take one of these ducts off to get the footage off of it, I'm just gonna change all 4 ducts, for a little while until I figure out which duct is the best one. And then at some point, maybe I will just clip a little, just clearance the plastic a little bit so that I can maybe get the plug on in there, because yeah, that's just silly. I mean, technically I'm only going to be using it at the RC Drift things, and the goggle DVR is fine. I guess this will be also my chance to compare the goggle DVR to the onboard DVR a little bit more closely, which, you know, that's a good idea, because it is kind of a pain in the ass to get the footage off of the internal DVR. You have to feed it power, so then it fires up, you know, it gets really hot while it's downloading to your computer. But I think that the onboard DVR is recorded in basically raw, like the camera's raw settings, which are 1080-60. If there's enough light. If there's not enough light, it drops the frame rate down to 30 so that it can drop the shutter speed down to 1/30th. Which is kind of annoying, but I get it. I get why they're doing that, and that's something that these manufacturers have been doing for quite a while. So that's kind of to be expected in a way. I don't love it, but yeah, it's a trick that they'd be doing. I would rather it be a little bit dark and maintain 60 frames a second. But unfortunately, there's no way to change that. There's no option for that. And they don't even advertise that it can do 1080-60. So yeah, it's like a bonus kind of little thing, which is kind of cool. And I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think that the goggle DVR comes in like that. I think the goggle DVR is either 720-60 or 1080-30. But some of the footage that I've gotten from it has been 1080-60, which is kind of crazy. Putting the gas and gaslighting, nice. Uh-oh. Some of that didn't just strip out. Nah, we good. We good. Ooh, look at this little thing. Yeah, that antenna does. That antenna is gonna hit the ground first. It's just gonna sit. Yeah, you can see it. It just sits up on the antenna. Not the end of the world. Shouldn't be the end of the world. All right. I got one motor on there. That's here. Look, here's the other motors. Hey, look at it. It's done. Cool. All right, there you go. That's what it looks like. Finished. Yay! What's it weigh? What's this fat little rapscallion weigh? I should have weighed the freestyle setup. I'm sure this will be heavier though. The fractal builds are always heavier. Dry weight is 27.8 grams. Not bad. With a battery, 36.0. So 36 fully loaded, 27.85 naked. Dude, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. This is about as light as it's going to get. I can't possibly imagine building this any lighter than this. These ducts are light. USB power lead is super short as you could get it. 0702 super lightweight motors, the lightest Walksnail setup. Technically, the M2 hardware is adding a little bit of weight. If you somehow figured out how to get some M1.7 by 14 screws, you could save a little bit of weight there. The lightest antenna. Yeah. Damn. Big pimpin'. This thing is good to go. Almost good to go. All right, 6 batteries for the day. If you haven't flown yours, what the hell are you doing? Join me. Fly 6 a day every day. Come on. Let's do it together. Or I'll Dremel you. I cut... what I was Dremeling is I cut the little pads off of the newbie drone carbon fiber brace so that I can try the newbie drone ducts, because the little carbon fiber piece goes into the bottom here, and now it's a flat base plate that will sit flat on the carbon fiber fractal frame. It'll be a little bit heavier, which I don't like, but such is life. 6 batteries real quick, and then we're going to shut this shit down. And as always, we're going to continue the... not as always, but as usual lately, we're going to continue the frame durability testing, although the Meteor 65 Air frame was the first one to let go. And so now it's been replaced. But what's cool is it's the frame that's been around the longest. And so I had a white Meteor 65 Air frame that I flew a bunch and then took off when I started the head-to-head-to-head frame testing, and I moved over to the black frame. So this clear Meteor 65 Air frame probably has roughly the same amount of batteries put through it as the Crown and the newbie drone Cockroach 65 V3. So yeah, we're still, I think we're still roughly 1-to-1-to-1 between these three. Let's fly that one first, actually. What the hell? So yeah, this is the Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop with the Meteor 65 Air frame in clear. It has started to develop creases from previously flying it up here in the exact same spot where that black frame cracked. So maybe not having the colorant in it to turn it black, maybe it won't crack. Maybe it'll just live its little frame life and crease up a little bit, but just kind of like be cool. Wow, the feed in OBS is way brighter than in my goggles. Why are my goggles so dark? Okay, that's a little bit better. Here we go. Woo! So the tune is absolutely on the limit with this freshly charged battery. There's a little bit of wibbling and wobbling in the tune. That'll chill out as the battery discharges a little bit. But, yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like about the Meteor 65 airframe is that it's the least... it's the least tolerant of vibrations, man. It is really having a hard time. It's yeah, see, you can hear it, right? It's handling the prop wash fine though, so I'm gonna back the tune off a little bit. Okay, that should take care of that issue. Let's see. Yep. Now it's clean again. Cool. Fuck. Having a rough time. Okay. Having a rough time already. Oh, that would have been so sick. Where did that land? Well, that landed in front of the tele. Okay. I don't know what I was trying to do there. It's just a giant black box back here. Oh boy. Come on. Stop it. Come on. You son of a bitch. Got it. Get me out of here. Oh, come on, man. Oh, this is the one with the VTX that's gonna die. I feel like this might be the one on 30,000 kV motors. I actually don't remember. If this is, in fact, the one that's on the 30,000s, I'll be kind of happy that I was able to figure that out. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Like, how... I could close my eyes and fly... What the fuck is going on? I could close my eyes and fly this thing, and I would have a better chance of not crashing than when I use my actual eyes. What the hell is going on? Why are you not... I'm going to give you guys something to listen to, because I know you don't want to listen to the beeping, and I'm not going to give in to the beeping. I'm just going to let it beep until it catches on fire. So, here comes some music while I fly. It's going to be copyright-free music. Because, yeah, I'm not going to let the beeping win. And I know that you guys don't want to listen to the beeping, so let's jam out with some music. Well, hold on. Let me just fly the rest of this. Jesus Christ. Hey, these are the 30,000 kV motors. I was hoping that at some point I could feel the difference. I think I can. Fuck you, drum set! What the hell? Where even am I? Oh my god. Jesus Christ, man. I am not good at all. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Good. Not this fucking song. Take this fucking song off of goddamn Epidemic Sound. Jesus Christ. How can I unlike this song? How can I tell them to never play this stupid ass song ever again? There's no way. There's no way to, like, thumbs down a song. That's a shame. It's an awful royalty-free song. There it is. I fucking didn't wait long enough for it to fall into the cube. Oh, come on now. That would have been fucking great. Huh. Woo! Ah! Fuck you! Stop it! Leave me alone! Oh god, I hit myself in the face! Jesus Christ. Alright. Meteor 65 airframe has survived. But, yeah, it really... It just does not handle vibrations all that well. It's really rough. Alright, next up is the build on the Cockroach 65 V3. This is still my favorite at this point. I think this is the one. I'm sorry, this is the crown frame. This is the crown frame. WeBleed FPV crown frame. But why is the battery at 3.6? Oh, I took the battery out of that quad and put it into this one. It's not a smart thing to do. These goggles will sit here and beep like this forever. They'll beep like this until the dawn of time. Which is what pisses me off about the beeping. There's no reason to beep. Stop beeping. Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I can hear the difference in these 32,500s. Why does this keep happening? Jesus fucking Christ, man. God damn it, man. Come on. We are durability testing them. Ah! Got a little confused as to where I wanted to go. Oh! What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Ah! Come on, man, let me through there! God damn it! The hole in the fucking gate is gigantic, and the goddamn gate is tiny. I don't understand. I think I just went through the same fucking hole. That was a hard hit. Come on, man! Fucking take off! Oh, great. Awesome. Awesome. Jesus. You don't want to hear me. I'm just bitching like a fucking 8-year-old. Jesus fucking Christ. Still beeping. Christopher R. Besson with a $4.20 weed number super chat. Thank you, brother. He says 6 batteries per day. If you guys do 6 batteries a day, you'll be better than this shit show in a hot minute. I think I just put the tiny whoop through this gap. I think it just smashed through that gap. That's insane. Great. There it is. Fuck! Great. Awesome. Gotcha, biatch. Alright, crown frame is held up. Now we're gonna move over to the cockroach frame. Last 2 batteries, thank God. Jesus. Nightmare. My God. It's just not, I don't know, man. I've not been feeling it lately. The goggles will not win. Oh, wow. What the hell's going on here? Why does it look so bad? What the fuck? You know, this was doing this last night. I kind of thought maybe the UFL came unplugged, but no. I mean, it's plugged in. I wonder if the antenna let go. It seems like it's a little better now. Is it? Nah, it's still acting funny. Yeah, this looks like shit. Why does it look like such ass? Great. Oh, I'm so excited. Awesome, I get to go get it again. Yes! That's fine. That makes it worse. Oh, it didn't even change it. I'm stupid. rig feels way... Oh, there's much less up tilt. I can see a lot of the duct in view. I like it... I was about to say, I like it so much better at low up tilt. It allows me to fly slower. See that hit? See how the motors didn't stall out and it didn't fall out of the air? That's the Cockroach frame. Oh, that's the transition right there. Holy shit. How did I just do that? Ah! Last battery, thank Christ. Jesus Christ, so 5... Oh boy. Something bad happened. 5 times in a row I hit the gate. And then once I didn't. Oh Jesus, the fucking battery on the transmitter is at 5.8 volts. It's a 2S. It's not going well. Oh boy. All right, last little bit. What the fuck was that? Oh! Come on. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, thank fucking hell. Jesus. Sometimes 6 batteries a day is a struggle. Wow. Thanks for hanging, friends, if anybody's still left. If you've all left, I would not blame any of you. I didn't even want to watch that. Jesus. Yeah. Some days you fly like shit. That's been most days for me lately. Whatever. Someday maybe I'll fly better. Boy, oh boy. Sometimes things are a struggle. Thanks for hanging, friends. All 3 frames are still holding up. Cockroach frame is not developing any like creases or anything like that I can see. It's incredible. It's so wobbly, but the frequency that it's wobbling at must be like dialed in, because I feel like the tune is the best on this one out of all 3 of them. It's wild stuff. Crown frame hanging in. It's also pretty. I guess all 3 of these are pretty floppy. Doesn't seem to be getting creased either. And then the Meteor 65 airframe is hanging in, but there are just some crazy creases happening in the plastic in all 4. 3 out of the 4 ducts, 2, 3, and 4 are all have these really serious creases in the back where the black frame broke. Thanks for hanging, friends. I'll see you Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Have an amazing weekend. I love you. Be good. Oh, boy. A little bit more from that crazy hotel. Same as the beginning of the live stream. Maybe. There it goes. Be good, friends. I'll see you later. I don't know what buttons.